Says you accept the Torah on Shavuot. Okay, let's prove it. Prove it. But you want to learn Torah. That you want to hear the Torah. So okay, that's one of the explanations. However, we find something very strange at the end of the parasha. What is it? It says at the end of the parasha, we repeat 12 times the same words. Not the words, 12 times the same pesukim. Every single tribe brought the same exact korbanot. Korbanot, karat kizef achat, sheloshim u'mea, mishkara. Right? And we repeat this 12 times. Every single shevet. And the question is why? What's the point of repeating? Right, we read it on Hanukkah as well. What's the idea of repeating so many times the same exact korban? Tell me, you know what? All of these Nesiim brought korbanot, karat kesef achat, etc. A difference. Chazal are teaching us that the Nesiim, they had the korbanot, the idea of bringing the korbanot was not planned. They didn't spoke to each other. Each Nasi thought that that's the proper korban that he should bring. They had no clue what was the plan of the other Nasi. And Borei Olam made it that all the Nesiim will bring exactly the same korban. And what's the idea behind this? It's unbelievable. Okay? So you're having actually 12 people. They don't know about each other, thoughts at least, and each one is bringing the same exact korban. What's the idea behind this? The idea is this. There is a concept that it's called achdut, unity. But achdut, it's not achidut. What's achidut? Achidut means uniqueness. We're not all the same. We're not the same. You have your role and I have my role. You are you and I am me. And each one of us has his own path. And Borei Olam counts each one of us separately because you're special and I'm special. And we're not going to be compared. It's not communism over here. But at the same time, we have achdut. Achdut is unity. And the idea of this week's parasha is to teach us that the way of being achdut, of being together, is at the moment that each one knows that he has his own role, his own tafkid, but at the same time we're all worshipping the same one. But Rabbi, I would like to go with you one more point. And this is unbelievable. I know a rabbi that today is a rabbi about my age. And he said over the following story. He said that when he was in yeshiva, he had a lot of challenges in yeshiva. He was kicked out from one yeshiva, and then he didn't like the other yeshiva, and then he tried to go to a third one, and they didn't want it to accept him. It was a big headache. He says one day, his father tells him, he was a young boy, his father tells him, Rochi, come inside the car, we're driving all the way down south to Netivot. You know Netivot in Israel? Down south. There is a great rabbi with a yeshiva. The name of the rabbi was Rabbi Sachar Meir. Rabbi Sachar Meir. He was a giant in Torah. I remember him. I actually heard shiurim from him. And listen what happened. The guy says, they traveled, they went all the way down to Netivot. And when they got to Netivot, the father of the kid spoke with the rabbi. Rabbi, please accept my son to the yeshiva. So he says to him, listen, there is another yeshiva. It's going to be even better for your son. But it's all the way up north in the city of Rechasim. Go there is a yeshiva there. Tell the Rosh Yeshiva that I sent you there. Your son is going to be doing great. Okay? He says he grabbed the kid He put him inside the car, and they drove all the way from Netivot in the south, all the way up to Rechasim in the north. Now, it was not like today that you have, the Kvish 6, right? The highway, one highway that cuts all of Israel. No, it was a couple of good hours. Even today, it's a couple of good hours. Imagine back then. He says, we drove, we got there. My father enters to the yeshiva with me, and then they enter to the room, and the Rosh Yeshiva over there says, you're saying that Rav Yisachar Meir sent you to my yeshiva? He has his own yeshiva. Why does he have to send your kid to a different yeshiva? He should accept your son to his own yeshiva. He says, but he said that that's the best. No. Go back to him, tell him to accept your boy to his yeshiva. The kid, today's a rabbi, he says, I remember my dad coming out, and he tells me, right now we're going inside the car, we're driving back all the way to the south. Right now. And I will tell you, they went all the way back to the south. When Yisachar Meir gets the father and the kid, he says, what happened? He says, Rabbi, we just drove there, and he told us that you have your own yeshiva, you should accept us. He said, but I have no room and this and that. The father said, he took out from his pocket a bunch of bills, and he says, Rabbi, listen to me. I'm going to donate X amount. This is only the down payment. I want to have my son in yeshiva. The rabbi saw that. He says, I don't want the money. Your son is accepted. I don't want the money. If you're having such a mesirut nefesh of coming and going back and forth and fighting for your son to learn Torah, I'm accepting your son. Today, Baruch Hashem is a Talmid Chacham, giving shiurim. He says, what was the key? The key was the mesirut nefesh that you do. That's, my dear friends, the idea behind the Nesim. Why? Because yes, you know what? You're right. Each one didn't know about the other. Right? But you had the first Nasi that brought the Korban. Imagine what the rest of the Nasim they thought. Oh my gosh, he stole my idea. So the second Nasi said, okay, fine. So it's going to be a second one. Showing it's not so bad if I repeat. Right? But Rabotai, each Nasi saw at the end what the other Nasi brought, and they didn't change the plan. They said, this is what I decided to do, to give at the beginning. That's all what I can give. That's what I really wanted to give. I'm giving it. When you do mesirut nefesh for Borei Olam, you don't make calculations. But what are the people going to say? Oh, he's copywriting. No, you don't do calculations. You do whatever Borei Olam, whatever he tried to do, and you go till the end. Borei Olam is going to count each one of them, and he's going to repeat again and again, and Korbano, Karat Kesef Achat, and again, for details. Because what matters is the intention. And that's my difference. The reason why, interesting, that we started the parasha with the words Naso. Look at this Chidush, unbelievable. In the Korbanot that we have, that I just mentioned to you, we mention every single Nasi. Right? Nasi ibn Binyamin, Avidan ben Gidoni, Nasi. There is one guy that the word Nasi does not appear. Open up the Chumash. One guy that the word Nasi does not appear. Who is that guy? Nachshon ben Aminadav. Nachshon ben Aminadav, the word Nasi is missing. Why? Now we all know who was Nachshon ben Aminadav, right? The first one who jumped to the water. So, the opposite. Should actually give him the title of Nasi. He was a great guy. The answer is yes. He was a great guy. And because he was a great guy, We don't write Nasi. Why? Because Nachshon ben Aminadav was the one who did Mesirut Nefesh, was the one who decided against the logic to go and to give all what he had to Borei. Says HaKadosh Baruch Hu, title of Nasi for these men, it's a disgrace. That's not his title. I should not mention a title of Nasi because they're going to take down from his kavod of what he deserved. And that's why Nachshon ben Aminadav doesn't appear with the word Nasi. Unbelievable. Which means, my dear friends, that when a person comes to do Avodat Hashem, what matters is your intention. What matters is how much you're ready to give for it. Just going to finish. There was, I heard this story many years ago. There is a yeshiva in Yerushalayim called Ateret. Ateres. Ateret is a very well-known yeshiva. The Rosh Yeshiva was Rabbi Mizrahi, right? Not Mizrahi Ashkenazi. And not Mizrahi Sfaradi, Mizrahi Ashkenazi, right? And it was very famous yeshiva. There was a lady that she wanted very much her son to be accepted in yeshiva. Family, Sephardi family, very simple, very Sephardi, like Amcha. And the boy learned in yeshiva. He was actually a good boy. But you know, when it comes to this type of yeshivot, they don't take a good boy only. They want top of the line. Not only top of the line, they want a special style and a special mindset. So the boy came to be tested in the yeshiva, and they didn't accept him. He used to live also in the south. I think it was Ashdod or Beersheba. I don't know exactly. You know, the Amcha family. The mother went with her son to Yerushalayim. They traveled there, and she knocked at the door of the Rosh Yeshiva. The time is Ezrahi, right? Baruch Ezrahi. She knocked at the door of the Rosh Yeshiva, and she tells him, Rabbi, I really want you to accept my son to the yeshiva. So the rabbi said, listen, it's not only me, you know, there is a whole decision in the board, and you have to know that he was tested, a very brilliant boy, but you know, there is many other factors. We cannot accept the boy of yeshiva. But the lady came with a bag, big bag. The lady said, okay, no problem. Rabbi, you need some time to accept my son in the yeshiva. I'm staying here until the rabbi will decide to accept my son. The lady sat down at the stairs of the, before the entrance of the apartment of the rabbi. She sat down there and she waited. Now the rabbi said, okay, Majnuna, okay, let her be there, I don't know, an hour, 2 hours. The lady was there 1 hour reading Tehillim. 1 hour, 2 hours, 5 hours. It was late at night. Rosh Yeshiva sees this lady and she's not joking. She's not joking. She brought food with her. She brought everything. She decided not to move from those stairs until the Rosh Yeshiva will accept her son to the yeshiva. The Rosh Yeshiva felt uncomfortable. She says, it's fine, we're going to be in touch with you. She says, no. My son has to be in a very good yeshiva, and I'm ready to give my life for it. Whenever the rabbi will decide, I will leave. Until then, I'm staying here. Hours, she said there. The rabbi was in a point, understood that that's it. She says to the lady, you can go home, he's accepted. Guys, if it's true when it comes to our business that whenever you fight for something you get it, closer can it's true when it comes to Avodat Hashem. You have to fight. You have to decide, I'm ready to give all what I have. And when you give all what you have, Borei Olam is going to show you the opening and how at the end of the day you're going to have success. ברוך אדוני לעולם, אמן ואמן. רבי יוחנן בן הקשה אומר, אתה הקדוש ברוך הוא לזכות את